Going on, Jerome's early Thursday morning. Beautiful day here in the great state of undisclosed. But time for another Vikings news dump again. I'm looking out for you because otherwise you get backed up and have constipation. Probably have like gallbladder issues. I don't know, man. So, a couple things going on. First up, from the Purple Persuasion, J. McCarthy. He's humble, but seems like he wants to win the starting job sooner rather than later by surpassing the other Vikings quarterbacks via Kevin Seifert, who is not Carl Gersman. Quote, I grew up watching Sam Darnold my entire life, which uh, I don't know. Maybe sounds like a little bit of pandering from J.J. McCarthy. Like, was he really grinding, Jets tape when he was in high school? I don't know, man. Being able to just sit there and watch him, watch Nick, watch Jaron Hall. It's not what they say to me. It's what they do, and it's just being a sponge, being sponge worthy. And observing them and eventually, hopefully, one day surpassing them. But right now, they're just phenomenal human beings who are sharing their wisdom with me, and I just can't thank them enough and can't wait for training camp. I feel like I want to find something wrong with JJ McCarthy. I really do. Where it just seems like he was made at the perfect quarterback factory, right? He's got all the tools, he's got all the intangibles, he's got the leadership, he's got like the Boy Scout persona. Oh, gee willikers, right? I just want to know that like he has a flaw because that would make me feel better because I'm a human. I have a lot of flaws, a lot. But I don't know. I just feel bad about JJ McCarthy because he seems legitimately like a perfect human. I don't know, man. But yeah, also he's humble, but the kid's just champing at the bit. He wants that job as soon as possible, right? Also, something that is correct. So we talked about this yesterday, but JJ and JJ having lockers together, it's fantastic. It's nice to get those off the field interactions. So McCarthy, talked about how his locker is going to be placed next to Justin Jefferson's, and of course, Kevin O'Connell knows what he's doing. Instructing the equipment team to be like, hey. Yeah, 9 and 18. Yeah, they're together now. Generally, locker rooms are set up based on position groups or even jersey numbers. But now this they know what's up, right? So also, I feel like McCarthy's just gonna like annoy the bejesus out of Jefferson. We're just like, hey, so what do you think about this? Or hey, blah blah blah. Hey, when you're looking blah blah blah, and JJ's like, shush, just let me focus on being the best receiver in the game. And stuff like that. Or I don't know. Maybe this will be just the start of a beautiful friendship, completely Casablanca style, and just like that's my quarterback and my receiver. I love it, man. Something I also love it. So don't get me wrong. I love the Winter Warrior uniforms. They're fantastic, and so I want to get a white jersey. Like I got an Anthony Edwards white jersey, and it's fantastic. And I also have, that Unreal Co. Vikings sweatshirt from last year. But so I drink a lot of coffee. Also, I eat a lot of things that have sauce. So I can't wear white because I feel like I'm gonna ruin it, man. But I'm thinking about getting a Winter Warrior jersey. Also, football helmet guy. He's a great follow on the Twitter machine. Him and Sports Fashion, something like that. Yeah. Would love to see the Vikings break out their white throwbacks. It's much too nice of a uniform to remain mothballed. I agree. And so this is the Vikings road uniforms from like the mid '90s to about the mid aughts before they had that Christian Ponder era change. But I mean, the road uniforms I thought always looked really, really good because they're different than the home uniforms because of the high vertical stripe on the shoulders. The higher numbers higher up on the shoulder pads. You got the logo on the side, and just like the block font was just tough, man. It's tough, and this whole mock-up by JB Swaps does fantastic work. I mean, it looks really, really good, but also it just makes me think of Corin Robinson. You remember him? I mean, Corin Robinson. Also, he used to wear the dark visor too, but I mean, so Corin Robinson, I believe, was the number 9 overall pick back in the day by the Seahawks. Washed out with the Seahawks, ended up here with the Vikings. Didn't work out here. But I just remember that he got a speeding ticket coming back from Mankato training camp. That's literally the Corn Robinson highlight, and also the fact that he wore these throwback uniforms and also wore 18 like Jefferson. Plus, I always felt like the Vikings like numbers have always been slightly too far apart. You know what I mean? I mean, just look at the Corn Robinson. The 1-8. It's just like they're waving at each other. Oh, bonsoir, farewell. I don't know, man. I don't know. Speaking of JJ and his money, so Ben Gasling Strib, Justin Jefferson gets $16 million of his signing bonus this month. He'll receive the other $20.938 million from the Vikings in equal installments with his base salary this season. So you'll whack that up, 18 separate checks, direct deposits, what have you. Now, this is, from what I've gathered, this is generally what the Wolves do with signing bonuses, where it's not all one lump sum. It is the lump, a portion of it when the contract is signed, and then the rest of it is prorated. Now, reportedly, that's a sticking point with J.J. McCarthy. I don't necessarily see that, but also I think with these rookie deals, I mean, you can't haggle with the total price, but you can haggle with offset language and sign-in bonus structure. And I think a lot of it is just agent flexing. Like, you're telling me that freaking Boy Scout J.J. McCarthy is going to hold out a training camp because of deciding when he gets the same amount of money? No, that's just ridiculous. But that's what's great about sign bonus, because some teams on some deals, I mean, the sign bonus is right away, especially if it's a don't want to say lesser sum, because you don't want to say like $10 million is a lesser sum, but if it's not 37 million, like with JJ here. So awesome to see Jefferson getting taken care of, man. Also, so I've been trying to find the artist of this. I don't know if this is an Eli Corbett joint or someone else, but this looks good. Like when I saw this, like it gave me like chills. They're multiplying, and it literally looks like an album cover. Like, if you told me that Justin Jefferson was a musician, I believe you. Also, although I don't want JJ to get into music, because I've heard him sing. I don't think he can do it. And also, I feel like too many athletes feel like they can be musicians. Too many musicians feel like they can be athletes. Like Darren Waller, no. Like Kelsey Plum divorced you because of your rapping. I firmly believe that. Nothing else. Well, maybe other things too, but nah. It's just like, what is that? Where athletes want to be musicians, musicians want to be athletes. Like, no one can just be happy dominating their own field, which they're, they have God-given ability and they put in the work to hone their craft. I don't know, man. It's just so weird. Yeah, it happens. So, but yeah, one of none. Let's go. This looks good, man. Also looking good. So there's a couple things. I love how tight this team is. So Mekhi Blackman tweeted out, go look at Dallas Turner's Instagram story, and it's just Dallas Turner holding a little ass sunfish fishing off the dock. Now, what's great is that you've seen a lot of Vikings teammates getting together and just doing small things like this, like going fishing together. And I mean, they're fishing at T.J. Hawkinson's place one time. I think this might be it too, but it's awesome. And again, it just speaks to culture building, and it's just small things like this, like players that want to spend time with each other, and they're hanging out and they're building bonds. And do you have to be best friends with your teammate? No, but does having a good relationship with the people that you work with, does that lead to better communication and better teamwork? Yes, I think it certainly does. I think becoming friends is just an absolute bonus, a very, very fantastic bonus. So hey, Dallas Turner's like, land of 10,000 lakes my ass. It's good, man. Plus, I love that Mekhi Blackman's just like completely ripping on him, like in a fun way. It's great, man. All right, so something that's not fun, something that's very serious. So Vikings Entertainment, they're very good at like these riddles and polls and stuff. So they set up the camera, and if you walked off to the left of the camera, the right of the person, you're voting for flats. If you walked off to the other side, you're voting for drums. Right? Pretty simple. So now they're voting which they prefer for chicken wing parts, flats or drums. Now it's a very heated debate, but eventually it went 37 flats and then 14 to drums. All right, so it's about what you expect. Now, with wings, I prefer the flats, but I'm not going to kick the drums out of bed, if you know what I mean, right? So I'm rather indifferent, but I do notice myself. Maybe this is just like my OCD tendencies, where I will eat the drums first, and the drums are really easy to eat, right? But I like the flats because they're a little bit of work, but they're worth it, man. So with the flats, yeah. So put it down, push it, expose the joint, and you can either bite right off of that, or you can twist a smaller bone, like the fibia, I don't know, twist a smaller bone out. So then you just have like a chicken lollipop left, and then you're good to go there. All right, but ironically, so at a place we went and got some wings. So order wings. Now, it annoys me when places say one pound of wings, because no one knows how many wings are in a pound. Or they're like, oh, they're larger wings, so I mean they're fewer in a pound. Anyways, but apparently this place had 6 wings for a pound. Okay, but all of them were drums, and just like, what are the chances? I don't know, man. But they were really damn good though. So respect to Victory Burger and Wings in Circa, but big chicken wing fan. Like I could. All right, so this summer, this off season, like we're gonna have a big diet. Well, obviously I'm a big chicken wing guy. Come on, but at the summer we're gonna have like a full on. We're gonna have a full on debate. We're gonna have a full on 7-part Dan Carlin hardcore history podcast style debating wings. It's gonna be on. Lastly, so there's no more Viking stuff. You can tune out if you want. But so whenever I go to an undisclosed location, I always go to Momofuku. My David Chang is my guy, and like, so I've always been a big pho guy, but ramen is definitely creeping up there, right? And you think ramen, you think of what you ate in college, right, or what your picky kids only eat, right? But there's some really really good ramen, and like with any like noodle soup, it's all about the broth, man, and the broth that they have at Momofuku is just so damn good. Like there's so much depth to it. Also, they put that chive oil in there. Plus, you can add the chili oil, so it just adds something else. Plus, I'm a big like umami guy, so they have a mushroom ramen there with like 3 different preparations of mushrooms. It's just, yeah, come on, man. I'm honestly just a massive slut for ramen. Also, so what am I? All right, so things I'm sluts for: ramen, pho, spring rolls, chicken wings, a good steak, sushi, tacos. Again, of course you could tell, but that's it. That's it. Vikings news done for this beautiful Thursday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.